and the presentation skill and his knowledge is definitely a good value add for us to learn and to do good for Ekal Vidyalaya. Thank you very much. Now I am handing over to Nitin Shinde.
Very now, after listening to my introduction by Suresh Sharma, I am thinking to create my own resume from Suresh. He presented me in a very good way, and let me present you what Ekal Vidyalaya is doing. After listening to such a wonderful music, such a wonderful songs, and for 4 kilometers nobody can even ride their bicycle. There are no roads. To give education in such an area, I think that is the most dedicated work or most significant work that we can do to give education to the people who otherwise could have never had education. Ekal Vidyalaya movement is based on Swami Vivekananda ji's thought. You can see it on the screen. If a poor boy cannot go to the school has to go to the boy. The underprivileged people who are still living in the old Bharat, which is like, there is no communication, there is no way that they can learn and be educated, be like software engineers or big scientists like us. They are still living in the rural part of India. Ekal Vidyalaya has taken up a challenge. It's really a big challenge to give education to the poorest, to the underprivileged people, to the last person in India like who want to get an education and he's not getting a chance. Ekal Vidyalaya is reaching there. Let me explain what is Ekal Vidyalaya. Ekal Vidyalaya is a unique concept which brings the non-formal education to the doorstep of the underprivileged people who don't have a luxury like us, who can go to good school, go to good college. Ekal means one. Ekal Vidyalaya is one teacher school. What is different between the normal schools and the Ekal Vidyalaya schools in India? The normal schools, if you go to the school, you'll get a timetable like this is the time from 9 to 3 o'clock. So if you can come, please come. Otherwise, it's your choice. Ekal Vidyalaya doesn't believe that. As Swami Vivekananda said, if a boy cannot come to the school, school is going to the boy. The schools are running in the remotest part of India, in the like a panchayat, a temple, or whichever place is available there. There we have taken education to the boy. So how we do this Ekal Vidyalaya? The teachers, if you see in Ekal Vidyalaya, they are picked up from the remotest part where there may be 1 or 2 people, students like the kids who are at least studied to the higher schools. They are picked up, they receive a special training developed by very well-known educationists in India. They have created a curriculum. They get a specialized training in that and they become a Ekal Vidyalaya teacher. Once they start teaching, there are periodic evaluations of those teachers. So they maintain the quality of their education through Ekal Vidyalaya. Soon these teachers who are picked up from the local community, they get involved in their own community and they become a catalyst for change, for a positive change in the community. They become a role model to the society or the village of that area. What is mission of Ekal Vidyalaya? The mission of Ekal Vidyalaya is not to arrange so many music programs and just to have fun, come here and go enjoy the music. That's not the aim of Ekal Vidyalaya. If you see the big challenge which is facing the Indian community or Indian society as a whole is that there is a lot of illiteracy and Ekal Vidyalaya want to remove this illiteracy from Indian map itself. Ekal Vidyalaya has started like 1988 and it has established its roots in each corner or at least in each state of India. If you see the map, we can see we have covered 22 states in India and we will be soon covering all the states, all the districts in India with Ekal Vidyalaya movement. and the people who want to get educated, or they should be educated by now after 60 years of independence, Ekal Vidyalaya plans to give them a chance to get an education. The figures itself said, like, we have more than 18,000 schools all over India, and more than 500,000 students are studying in those schools. The students who otherwise wouldn't have got a chance to study are getting education through Ekal Vidyalaya. What is the target of Ekal Vidyalaya? The target is to create or to start 100,000 schools in India by year 2010-11. The movement envisions one Ekal Vidyalaya in every remotest village where people will have a chance to get educated. So, if we imagine a school, one thing comes in our mind is like a big infrastructure, big facilities. But that's not what Ekal Vidyalaya wants to do. The Ekal Vidyalaya schools run in very low cost setup. The reason it is low cost because the volunteers we have here are working free of cost towards this educational movement, and they contribute their time, energy and talent to this project. And more than 20,000 such teachers are dedicating their time and their energy to this cause. How much is the cost for this one school? Imagine 40 kids, 30 to 40 kids getting education for one whole year. How much it would cost? It costs minimum like $1 a day, that is $365 for 1 year. Imagine, you can change future of 40 kids by donating $1 a day and supporting a school for 1 year. That is the model Ekal Vidyalaya has given. The point comes that we have all the schools in India. Why we are doing these music shows, we are doing the concert in USA? Ekal Vidyalaya Foundation of USA has joined hands with Ekal Vidyalaya Foundation of India, and they are supporting Ekal Vidyalaya through this movement. The primary function of Ekal Vidyalaya Foundation of USA is to create awareness among the rich and the privileged people here who have got a chance to come to USA to work in such a nice environment, who are already been settled in their life, and they really can help positively to people to get their due, that is their education. The contribution to Ekal Vidyalaya Foundation of USA, US government has sanctioned it that the contribution to this Ekal Vidyalaya will be tax exempt. After listening to all the background and all the good work Ekal Vidyalaya is doing, the question comes what I can do and what we can do to help this movement to reach their aim fast and to help the last person in the queue to get education and to get a chance to study. First thing when we go home we can do is to log on to the website www.ekal.org and try to understand what is this concept and why we should contribute to this cause and why should we be a part of this movement. Second option is become a volunteer. We have more than 30 people here working in their available time and dedicated their time and energy to arrange this program or to create an awareness through various medias. Become a volunteer. You can talk to your friends about this Ekal Vidyalaya movement, that they are doing such a nice work. You can spread the message, you can spread the word about Ekal Vidyalaya. The next important point is we already are settled in a way in our life. We don't have to struggle so much. So definitely from whatever we earn, we definitely can contribute to this cause and we can donate generously according to our capacity, our availability of funds. We can definitely contribute to this cause. As they say, education is our moral duty. Most of us have studied higher education, which is highly subsidized in India. If you compare the environment in US, in India we have got it very subsidized rate. The reason we got subsidized because the tribal villages, there are no schools. All the money which should have been spent on the primary education has been given to the higher education. The doctors, the engineers, the software engineers, they have got all those education in a very cheap or in a low cost. So it's our moral responsibility or our moral duty to help those people who gave us a chance to be a well-educated people. It's our duty to help them. And last point it mentioned is we can be a part of a positive change. If you remember, when we were in school, we were listening to the patriotic songs, Sare Jahan Se Acha Hindustan Hamara. So if you want to keep this Hindustan Sare Jahan Se Acha, I think we have to be a part of this movement and create a positive change. At the end, as it says, Ekal Vidyalaya is not a project by 30 people here. They are not the Ekal Vidyalaya members, and it's not limited to them. It's everybody, each and everybody is a part of this movement. That's why it's called a people movement. It's not a project by a social reformer or somebody who can single-handedly drive this movement. Each and every person who is educated should contribute to this cause and join to this people movement. I won't take much of your time. I appreciate your attention to me, and I would request all of you, in whatever way we can contribute to this cause, I would request all of you to contribute to this cause and give all our support to the volunteers and this movement. Thank you, and I wish you have a wonderful evening going on. Thank you.